I think for me the biggest thing why I meet up with Jim is just because his knowledge for the game is at the level where I want to be at, and for me, if I want to elevate my game to that level, you gotta learn from those that are there right now, and from those who do it the right way. And the style of play that he has and the style of play that I have is real similar. So, really for me to pattern my game after him, that's really what I want to do. When I watch Jim do something, I can see myself doing a similar movement or a certain thing like him, or getting put in a similar position as Jim would. I definitely see, how Jim does it, and then I can get a visual picture of how he does it in certain situations, and then I, can try to, do the same thing. I think it's real interesting to see, for me, I want to see his progression on, what is he looking for? What is he looking at in certain situations, down and distance and by formation, and where the personnel is on the field. What is he looking at? What is he trying to decode from the offense at that any given time? And for me, if I can put myself in a similar situation, mentally, it's a process that he does, then hopefully that'll elevate my game. I think from him, the more and more, I sit down with him, the more and more you understand that you got to be on every play. And watching him, it's funny because I made a comment. I was watching him play and I was like, man, that was a great break. And he's like, I was a little too high, you know what I mean? And I had to make up and make a break. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, man, to me it looked great, and probably, to anybody else, but to him, seeing how he fine tunes and critiques, and he's never satisfied. I'd say that's the biggest thing that I take from him, that he's not satisfied. I might think something's good, or it might be good at this and that, but he's always thinking, I could have done this better or that better in the play, or any given situation. So, for me to look at a guy like him and see how he does that, that's the things that I kind of take away from it. When we were watching film, I said, I want to watch your film. I don't want to watch mine, because I want to see how the best do it. I want to see and start mentally preparing for that level of play, and really, to be honest with you, when you start, elevating or raising your mental capacity to that state, then, physically it kind of comes along with it too. So, right now I'm physically not in the NFL, and hopefully one day I can get there. But, if I can do it mentally, then when I get there, then hopefully I can, physically will come along with it. I don't know. I'd say Jimmy's probably, a prime example just because of the type of guys we are. But, there's different guys, you like the way they play. And, Ed Reed plays great. He's a great player, and not that we're similar in any facet of our game, but, guys who play positions the right ways and make a difference. And, you got to watch guys like that. What is that they're doing that's making a difference? And Jimmy does it. Whether he's in the play or even not in the play, he's controlling the defense. He's doing this, he's doing that. And those are the things that really separate him as an athlete. Again, that's me trying to pick his brain and trying to make sure that if I can't physically put myself in positions that other people can, then, I got to do it mentally. I got to know where to put myself to put myself in a position to have success. So, if I can do that and make up for, physical limitations or whatever it might be, then, you can put yourself in a position to succeed. Man, never would have thought in a million years. I would have never thought that I'd be at Wisconsin first off, and let alone I was playing receiver my whole life, so I would have never thought I'd been even playing defensive back, And so, just the way that, things panned out, God really was supreme in this whole thing and just laid it all out there. It's really neat to see how everything's unfolding right now. I like to watch the film, and he'll talk me through a certain technique or what he's doing in this certain coverage, and then he'll go out on the field and he'll show me what he's talking about, so I can actually put it into movement. So, you're watching it, but then you can go out and actually physically do it. So we might look at one thing and take one thing that's a take-home technique or, thing that he, really wants me to improve on. And then we'll go on the field and we'll work that drill, or we'll work how I can have better body position or what to read or how I, different things like that. So I think those kind of things help a lot. Probably went out when he was at Wisconsin here and watching the way he played. He played the game the right way. I mean, you don't know the ins and outs when you're in the stands and you're just a kid. You don't understand college football or game or scheming. You just see a guy play, but you can see a guy's personality when he's out there playing. You can see what type of character he has out on the field. And I never even talked to the guy before. And, he just was the guy that did it the right way, and he played football for all the right reasons. And that's probably when I knew that he was the type of guy that, I wanted to kind of be like.
Against them, so, this is week 1, too. Yep. So the biggest thing, going against Houston, Andre Johnson, OD.
Yeah.
Those are the two guys. Mm-hmm. And their biggest You know, their biggest thing is just you got to take care of them, and you'll be able to do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're down cover 3 right here.
What do you got? An inside gap right there?
Set the edge. Yeah, I'll be inside.
That's it. It's a nice play there.